rumble, young man rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Reset. 19. 53. You don't want this.
On 1st and 10, Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time to Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Texans' 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Go, go. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And Adams has it complete. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Shorty. Check 24. List by 7. General West. Check. Empty.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey. 357. 41, Mike. 41. Hey, Echo. Breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep.
Now Wentz. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I got you. Check 52. Shift.
To throw is Watson. He sets to fire deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Alert! Check. Crunch. Switch.
To the air yet again. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down, 3 down.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You're set. 19. Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even 4. Watch 10. Come on. Watch 10.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Where's that? 19. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, boys, you got 4 down.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. 49-yard punt. 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because...
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, 82 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Pull it together.
Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. He completes it to Tate. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
41-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on them.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
41's the mic. Yeah. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Ricky. Hey, 4 Tokyo. Hey, Alpha. 41 Mike.
Wentz gonna throw. And that's complete to Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
4 Tokyo.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. It's brought in by Doxson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Watch the pass. Check. Lucky. Rush in. No.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280! What we got? Kill. What we got? 41's the mic. 41's the mic. I'll get him. Hey, Delta. Get him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Indianapolis. Right here, 41 Mike. We're 5-2, hot here. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Mike.
From the red zone now, Wentz eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the route is on here in this first half. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
3rd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're
on 1st down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let's get off the field. Slam.
Watson gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Watson's pass.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
left, tight end left. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, kill. Hey, 4 toe kill. 55. Right there in the middle. 56.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's got his man. This is Jackson. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
You better be ready. Porky, 82, Porky.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ebron's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
74, 74.
Here's Wentz to throw. Dance, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Wentz on the keeper. Intended for Devin Funchess. Incomplete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
41's the mic.
Wentz now on 1st down. The left side throw complete to Adams. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Johnson. His 17th touchdown now on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
34. Texans.
There's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, let's go. And go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 59, 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 36, 36. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Go.
Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Justin Houston picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
We got 4 down, 4 down. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Third and long. It's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Demario Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That's taken it around the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Done. 180. Right here, 41 Mike. Let's put him on the button. Let's put that heat.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Nice hit. Kill.
From the 36, Wentz. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
You better be afraid of me. 82. Buzz. Check 41. Hey, let's get in them holes.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. Mike 57. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
To throw is Wentz. Going for it all. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
53's the mic.
To throw is Watson. Throwing again.
He's not going to get me.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Justin Houston able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Let's take it inside his own. Now a hit and a loose football. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads to be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave
the booth.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 49-yard line.
They go to Johnson again.
Go, everybody! Run!
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead will swell by 1 more. There's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Single. Watch 16, watch 16. Rabbit.
Back. Alert. Back. Hey, check 24. Watch that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Texans nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Watch the ship. Hey, great. Watch the ship.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
It's our time.
Wentz now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing now is Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On first and 10. Watson and Brate, the tight end's got it. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Pick up the ball. Let's go, let's go.
Watson now to throw. Going up top.
Here we go. Here we go.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 80! Oh, you got deep? Hey, we got tight left, tight left.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Check three, check three. Check four,
Now a
check
10th
four.
carry for Johnson.
Run.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Shoot.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Good work, boys.
The
Let's go.
Texans take over
Let's
first
go.
and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Wentz going to throw. And Adams has it, complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
first down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Brings up third down.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Doxson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
There we go.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
You ready?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
forward. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike. That's it. 3. Mike 53. And let's go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Eventually recovered by the defense. Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
Davis David Johnson on his way. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the line? Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Indianapolis, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week.